Welcome to episode 3 of Australian Car Shows. This video here, I'll be giving you guys a bit of a look over my own Ford XF Falcon. I'll be giving you guys as much info as I can on this car. So I've actually sold this car since I made this video, but still tell you guys as much as I can about this car. We'll start off here just by a bit of a listen to it. I'll get inside the car, give it a rev up so you can hear how beautiful the engine sounds. So 4.1 litre or 250 cubic inches. So she revs pretty hard. It's got a 4-speed manual in it. This came out factory with a manual. They also did come out with 5 speeds and 3-speed automatics. The automatics were actually way more common than the manuals in these. So the Ford Falcon XF GL was the model. These XFs were actually the most built Australian Ford model ever. They were built from 85 right through till 93, I'm pretty sure it was. They ended up in 93. They made sedans, wagons, utes and panel vans. So 270 or 80,000 were made. So you really didn't need to do much to these engines, and they were pretty quick because they're 4.1 litre, 250 cubic inches. It's quite a big engine for a 6 because during this period that this vehicle was bought out in Australia, Ford Australia actually stopped producing V8s in their cars. I think you could order in the V8s, but they were quite rare in this era. So you can have a look at the interior here. I actually put all this interior in myself. That was quite a decent sized job. It had a pretty crappy brown cloth interior in there originally, and then I found this very nice Fairmont gear, which is sort of top of the range interior to put in. It was in quite good nick, so we ended up putting the window regulators in it, so I ended up with power windows and that electronic dash that you saw there. Ended up with quite a nice car. As you can hear, it's got a very nice note to it. All I ended up doing, I put some Wildcat extractors on it and a 2.5-inch exhaust system on it, and it just purrs like a kitten. I love the sound of this. It sounds real nice. So I bought the car itself as a white sedan, a white car. It looked pretty nice in the white. I've got some other pics. I'll put some of those pics in at the end. I hadn't actually made any videos of it back in those days. If you hang around to the end, you see some pics of what it looked like in the white. I had some different wheels on it and looked pretty mad. I had this car for a long time. I drove this thing all the way from Melbourne all the way over to Perth, which is about 3,500 kilometres. So for my American viewers, that's about 2.2 thousand miles. So it's a decent drive right across the guts of Australia, right down the bottom of them, straight through the middle of Australia, past Adelaide. I went down to Esperance, and when I got to Esperance, the old engine puffed out a big puff of steam behind it, and I ended up having to drive back to Esperance, where I met a great bunch of dudes. They helped me put the engine that's in it now. It's an engine out of their Speedway cars, pretty quick. It's had a bit of work done to it. It's got a lumpy cam in it, as you can hear. They were great dudes, and it was really good to meet them. That's what Australia's about. So here we go. This is another great Aussie icon just down the beach, one of the many beautiful beaches we've got here in Perth. Just got to be careful of the sharks out there. Surfers be warned. We seem to get a few people getting shark bitten and attacked by sharks off the shore of Western Australia, more so than the rest of Australia, I've noticed anyway. So there you go. I've just left you guys with about a minute of a bit of a slideshow of this car prior to it being painted like that, and also my other car, which you might notice from the start of this video. It's called a LH Tirana, for those of you who don't know. Shoot a comment below, let me know what you guys think of this video. If you want to see more like this, be sure to let me know. even if you want a video on that Tirana, it'll probably have to wait for a while, but if you're interested in a similar video like this on the Tirana, let me know. And yeah, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give it a big thumbs up. So yeah, this is it when it was white. You can see it was really quite a nice looking car even when it was white. You know, those wheels are pretty nice on it. It didn't have the XR6 headlights. You might have noticed on when it was blue, it had those real nice headlights on it. But they're a pretty tidy unit. Look, to be honest, they're not worth much. That Tirana there, the red one, that's probably worth a few dollars, because they're pretty rare and they're very well sought after here in Australia. But the XF, they're a dime a dozen. As I said before, there's about 280,000 of them built here in Australia. So yeah, they do go through a fair bit of fuel for a 6-cylinder. They were very thirsty, and yeah, they're very popular, obviously, because of the amount of them around, but they're just not worth anything, unfortunately. So there's still definitely some enthusiasts out there that love keeping them looking nice. So that just about wraps the video off. Thanks again for watching, and this has been another Australian Car Shows production. Goodbye.